Hello there everyone and welcome to this new video. So this just happened. It's about Activision Blizzard, and it's another controversy about this specific company, which has had its fair share of controversies in the past year or so, or actually since the merging, the union between Blizzard and Activision. And this time it's a little bit political and really something I didn't expect from Blizzard to be involved in or to do. And they have been the latest American company to be caught between its business interests in China and the values of its core customers and gamers. So it has just banned a well-known player in Hong Kong and the Asian scene, and he's a well-known player for the Blizzard game, the famous Blizzard game Hearthstone. And this was after an interview. He gave an interview after winning a tournament that was just a few days ago. And this interview was after his win. So he mentioned the political situation, the current situation in Hong Kong, and called for the liberation, we can say, of Hong Kong, or the independence of Hong Kong from the Chinese influence, let's say. So the response from Blizzard was a little harsh. So they banned him. They made him forfeit his reported $10,000 prize money. And I read also that they have banned him for a full year or so, a full ban from any eSport event. So that's a little too much, really, and it's really unwarranted. Like for a major company and a mogul like Activision and Blizzard to do such thing to just an esport player. And you can see footage from one of his matches in this tournament, and his name is Mr. Chong, or he has a nickname as Blitzchung. So really, he also made like a sign of his support for the protesters and for the demonstrations that are ongoing in Hong Kong by wearing goggles and gas mask and protective gear. So the usual thing that the protesters in Hong Kong are wearing during the demonstrations. So he did that as a political sign, as a protest, and as a freedom of speech, we can say, or for expression at least. And he shouted in Mandarin, in the local language. He said, "Liberate Hong Kong, revolution of our times," which is a popular slogan of the protesters during these demonstrations. So I think that Activision Blizzard didn't take that so well, and they made these swift decisions about him, and this also makes sense for Activision. Activision is all about business, all about the end result, the end financial result, and what are the quarters looking like, and what's the profits for for this year and for this quarter. And China is a huge market actually for them. So they are earning hundreds of millions from the Chinese market and from the Asian market or region. So it's a significant one. Like they have reported the latest quarter, they have earned like $173 million just from the Asia Pacific region, which is more than or about 12% of its 1.4 billion revenues. So I think, yeah, they made this swift and fast decision, maybe to make a statement that this is not allowed, and also to be with the side of the Chinese government and the people that are giving Activision the licenses and the decision making people to be pleased about this. But I mean, it's a little also too harsh, like to focus all this might and power on a single esport player who was just expressing his uncontent, his being uncontent with the current situation in his country. So yeah, it's a little sad actually, and it's really what it shows what corporates and these large companies are willing to do, and they sometimes they really don't care about the people or the specific players or people or whatever. They care about their business relations. They come first. They always care about their profits and their business relations. And I think this is like a clear example of that. Like Activision Blizzard is an American company, and the US says that they always support the free speech and free expression. And if this like a step, this banning step was a request, a clear request, or was done by the Chinese government, then we will understand. But it was made by Activision Blizzard, or so I have read in the New York Times and the other publications. That was a decision by Activision Blizzard and not by the Chinese government. And this is coming from an American company, from a country that promotes and supports free speech and free expression. So yeah, it's really, as a gamer, I feel a little bit sad that this is really the situation that we are in, and the reality that we are in. And really that when there is an imbalance of power between, like, it's like David and Goliath. This is like a single esport player without any major backing or something, or sponsorship or whatever. He's just a single Hearthstone player, and going against the whole Chinese government and Activision Blizzard. So sadly, yeah, this is I feel this is a little unfair treatment, and they shouldn't have done that. Yeah. So these were my thoughts about this news piece and this unfortunate situation. And yeah, catch up with you in the next video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more, and to be notified of the upcoming videos also for this channel. Thank you very much. Bye bye.